So we have seen the list in Python. If you remember, the way we do a list is just create a list with the brackets, and then we can add something using append. Now the interesting thing is, with this syntax, it's pretty slow compared to the other syntax we're going to see today, which is the list comprehension. Now list comprehension is very interesting. You can actually create an entire array like A without using the append function. So the way you're going to do that is just create a list, and you're going to say, like, for any other elements you want to iterate over. So let's say, for example, I have a range of 10 numbers, and I want to have if this number is divisible by 2 or not. So if it's even or odd. For example, I'm going to have so for the numbers I in range 10, and I'm going to say to Python, I'm going to create a list of booleans, and this boolean is going to be is I percent equals %2 equals 0. And I %2 equals 0 means if the %2 equals 0, the number is even. If the %2 is not equal to 0, the number is odd. And I'm going to say to Python, I want I %2 equals 0, so that's a boolean, that's a bool. And I want this this syntax for all the I in range 10. And this syntax here is what's called the list comprehension. In the list comprehension, you're going to have some sort of statements. You're going to have a for, and for something in something that's iterable, so let's call it IT. And this statement is can or cannot use, but most likely will use the variable you introduce, and all of that inside brackets. And Python will understand that you want to create a new list, and will understand that you want to create a list of statements for every element inside your iterators. So in our example here, we're going to have A equals a bunch of booleans, and which are going to start at 0. So I divided by 2 equals 0, yes. So it's going to be true, then false, then true, then false, etc., etc. And we're going to have a list of 10 elements like that. So that's the list comprehension. And the big difference between this syntax and this other syntax, when you could do exactly the same without list comprehension, and it would look something like A equals an empty list, and you would go over like for E in range 10, and then you would do r.append I divided by 2 equals 0. And you could do exactly the same thing without the list comprehension. The problem is the list comprehension syntax is much faster than this syntax. So everywhere you can, anytime you can, you're going to use the list comprehension syntax. And notice that you can do exactly the same thing with dictionary comprehension. And you can try that out, and you can have exactly the same syntax, but using dictionary, when you say the key B or D, for example, is equal to the value D plus 1, why not? For any D in range 10. So you can also have dictionary comprehension as well as list comprehension, but the most useful syntax is the list comprehension.